Hey guys, and welcome back to Jay the One-Eyed Gamer. I'm joined again by my friend Dragon Man, Everything Incorporated over here.
Yeah, you can call me Dragon Man.
No, I'm gonna keep calling you what I want, Phil.
Thanks, Juanita. That's what the J stands for, Juanita.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Thanks, man. That's how this is gonna start off.
Combative, that's...
I'm glad I brought you on board for this.
It's...
But to get on the topic, this is a character prediction video for Dynasty Warriors 9, and I want to put a stipulation on it. This isn't just the game. We're taking a look at this for the whole series of Dynasty Warriors 9. That includes Extreme Legends, because we know it's going to get an Extreme Legends,
Everything
and Empires. So everything that falls under 9 category.
How we think 9, I guess, should have... What they should add, who they should add.
Exactly. And
overall.
I'm going to leave in the descriptions, like we did with our last video, each going to the kingdoms. So if you don't want to listen to us talk about each kingdom, you can just go to the kingdom you want to hear. But that being said, we're going to start off with what usually most people start off with, and that's Wei.
Yeah,
and
that's the beginning.
Yep, and since we already know there are 2 characters for 9, we're just going to speculate Dynasty Warriors Extreme Legends and the Empire version and characters we'd like to see in that. And I'll give it to you first, because this is your favorite kingdom.
My favorite kingdom. I would love, I guess, maybe, you know, I know what they have the 2 right now, but I think that I would love to see a surprise reveal of just a female character, and maybe, I don't know her name off the top of my head, it would be Cao Cao's wife, probably Cao Pi's mother.
Bianchi?
Bianchi? Okay, yeah, Bianchi. I'd love to see her. I believe she's in Musou Blast.
Yep.
I think that would be a good choice for her, for the game, before we get to, you know, Extreme Legends. If these are, you know, if this is just the 2 characters that we get, you know, and they're not going to add any female characters, then Extreme Legends, that'd probably be a good choice. Cao Hong would be good for the game. Cheng Yu would be. He's known to be a cannibalist.
He's also the strategist that is like Guan Yu.
Yeah, he has this super beautiful beard. You know, actually, they describe a lot of the characters as having super beautiful beards.
Yeah, but I think he was also described as being as tall as Guan Yu too.
His beard it rivals Guan Yu's beard, and he serves in Guandu. So if he's not added in there, you know, they always open up a poll. It's usually to Japan. I wish they would bring it over to the West, because 9 times out of 10, you know who gets to the top of the list in Japan? Strategists.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see, you know, if they get the vote, it's gonna be like, well, Cheng Yu, and then like 16 other strategists. Like you can even see in the game itself, you have 2 strategists picked.
But to be fair, in all the strategists, he's the one I would want.
Yeah, he is the strategist I would want. I'm just saying that you'll get these more obscure strategists. I know he's put into, at least I'll go by Musou Blast. Sao Shuang is also put into Wei, and he might be important to put in there and to see how he does. So, how about you? Where are you coming from?
I agree with Bianchi, Cao Huang, and Cheng Yu. Obviously, I believe like either one of them deserves to be in it. I also think Wen Ping, he's I think like 2nd in the Musou Blast popularity poll, and he joins Wei like around the time Liu Bei gets kicked out of Liu Biao's province, and he's very prominent I think until right after Fong Castle is where he I think trails off. If not him, I would also think Wen Qi. I think Wen Qi would be a decent add to Wei, only because I don't think he would fit Jin, but that's just me personally, because I put him in the Wei camp because he did more for Wei than he did for Jin.
I think that, see, I have the same understanding where you're coming from with it. I contend that he is more prominent in Jin, so knowing how they are, they'll put him in Jin, because, you know, I think even in Musou Blast, he's in
no, in Musou Blast
he's in the Wei. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's in the Wei category, but they might just put him in Jin because like Zhuge Dan is in Jin, and Xiahou Ba is in Jin, and you know, Jin doesn't seem to have this kind of cohesive, all the characters are totally supportive and, you know, happy with Jin.
Well, again, like we keep saying, Jin to us is really, it isn't the Kingdom Jin, it's literally the Sima clan, and it's the supporters of the Sima clan.
I think, you know, as much as I love Jin, and I think that adds a great part to the story, Jin itself could just be Extreme Legends. Like,
yeah.
They could have these characters in there and just be like, here's the, Extreme Legends, and the Extreme Legends are the story of Jin. But
if I had to pick one last character for Wei, though, I would want Zhang Ba. Serves Lu Bu. He is a kick-ass general. Doesn't take shit from Cao Pi.
He doesn't take it from Cao Pi. He kind of takes it from Cao Cao, but even then, he's still just like, who are you?
And I know he's pretty popular, too, in Musou Blast.
I think the only problem is I want him in there, but they'll probably be like, well, he's other, because that's what they do with him in,
Yeah, but then But then Zheng Liao's the same way.
Yeah,
Zheng Liao was an other as well. Because they have the same thing. They both served Lu Bu, and then they both got taken in by Cao Cao.
Yeah, but I feel like the way they'll handle it is they'll be like, well, he's a part of Lu Bu, and his significance is in Lu Bu. Like, you know, because...
No, I mean, he did a lot of significant stuff for Wei.
No, I agree, and I wish he'll be in Wei, and I think he should be in Wei, but Tecmo Koei is weird with where they put their characters, when they put their characters, and how they put their characters. Like, for all intents and purposes, Xiahou Ba should be in Shu.
Yeah, he should, but...
Or he should be in Wei. Because most of his contributions is before the rebellion that basically puts Cao Pi as the, de facto head. And, after that, he leaves. So,
Yeah. I would say if I had to be given one choice for Extreme Legends and Empires per kingdom, I would say I want Extreme Legends to have Zhang Ba, because I really like him. I think he would be a great addition. And Empires, I would say Bianchi, because I think she'd be a nice addition to Cao Cao, because I think we both agree Dynasty Warriors 7 had the better story and better characterization, and I think she would help add to his character and Cao Pi's character instead of being these one-dimensional, usually how they are, men of ambition. So I would love to see that implemented, but that's neither here nor there. That's to be seen.
Because they usually go by the popularity polls, so it could be anything. But I think you are right on that. I don't think it'll be Empires though.
No, it'll be Extreme Legends.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Extreme Legends because I think Empires has had this theme where it's always a strategist, and I think that actually makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense to add a strategist.
If you added that to every game, or somebody who is really known for their tactics and things like that, as, here's Empires, here's this character.
Yeah, because they did it with Zhu Shu, and then they did it with Jun Yu.
Yeah, so, I think it makes sense. It's a good idea. It's a good ad at that point.
Then I would change my guess. I would probably want Banshee more than Zhang Ba, just because I feel like it's always nice to have more women representation. And I think she would add more to the story to Cao Pi and Cao Cao's character. And if I had to pick Empires, it would be obviously Cheng Yu, because to me he seems like the last strategist for Wei we can add that's significant, because he's part of his 5 or 8 elders, right, or counselors.
He's either a part of the 8 elders, or because there's 5 characters that are considered his 5 main strategists. The guardian, basically they call them like the guardians of whatchamacallit, the guardians of Wei, and he has like most of them, because it's like Sima Yi, Jun Yu,
Guojia,
Zhong Yo, and I think it's like either Cao Shuang or it's Cheng Yu that hasn't been announced, so that would be nice.
Alright, and then on that note, we'll segue over to Wu. Again, they already had their character spots, which I am happy about. I am very happy that Cheng Pu's finally in the game and he's not Extreme Legends.
Yes, best character.
But if I had to pick characters that I would like to see from Wu in the future, I would like to say Shuji, one of the 5 elders, because I think they've almost got all of the 5 elders, if I'm correct, right? Because is Sun Jian on that list as well?
I think so. Sun Jian's on every list.
Yeah, the
5 great generals of Wu: Sun Jian, Jian Sun, and Ding Feng. Had to give him a charity one.
Exactly. Then after that, I think these next 3 guys I'll name probably all deserve to be in the game at one point, or show up in not Extreme Legends, but in Empires if we still go by with the strategist. And that would be, I think, Zhuge Ke, Liu Kang, and Zhuge Jin, because
I could agree with those. I think
out of all of them, Liu Kang has the better probability of showing up.
Liu Kang is... So I didn't memorize the popularity lists, but Liu Kang has consistently been in the top 10 for the past two, whatchamacallits, the two popularity polls. He is the last character that, from the last popularity poll, to not be added. So I think that they should add him. I think the only problem is they're probably going to hold back because I don't know what they want to do with Liu Xun, because they like this. He's a cherry-faced novice who doesn't know what he's doing,
and you would have to age him or kill him off fast enough that Liu Kang can show up and be the youngest.
Yeah. I think the good step between that, though, is I want to say it's Sun Yi, or it's Sun Jian. Sun Sa's daughter.
The evil one or the non-evil one?
No. That's Sun Quan.
Oh, Sun Sa. You're right.
That's Liu Xun's wife.
Yes, you're right.
You add her. This allows you to create a transition where Liu Xun can be seen as not just this, I'm just this cherry-faced novice. He then looks a little bit older. He could be a little bit more mature. You could still have him that, like, I'm still kind of inexperienced. I don't know what's going on. And, maybe have him have girl troubles in the game or whatever, so on and so forth. But then in, like, maybe 10, you can then add Liu Kang.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which would make it a little bit easier, better transition. But
I would say
most of the characters I really love for Wu have been added.
Yeah, same here. But if I had to finish out, there's like two more characters I think I would like, and that's Jun Huan, the guy, that badass guy in the Musa Blaster. The color.
Wasn't he the crazy one?
Yeah. Him.
He would be awesome.
And if not, I would want Wu Guotai, Sun Jian's was it his wife or his concubine? Sun Shang-Jiang's mother.
Oh, yeah, because she's you go, because I'll add my opinion to it.
I feel like, again, if you add the female characters to the male characters, it adds to them more, and it adds to the family dynamic more. Because this was Lady, if I remember, who put the idea for the alliance in Zhou Yu's head, if I remember right.
No. So, little backstory and history. Sun Shang-Jiang, game makes her seem like this lovable character that everybody, she's the Araka, basically, of this game. She is not. She is a very unnice lady. Her name could rhyme with Helen Hunt, if you know what I'm saying.
Ooh.
She was a very, very mean woman, and she went out of her way to just piss everybody off. There's a famous story when she was leaving Shu because of the events that happened with Yi Ling and Fan Castle. She went to steal Liu Shan, and Zhang Fei and Xiao Yun chased her down and told her, no, you could leave, but you leave the boy.
In retrospect, though, they probably should have let him go.
They probably should have. But she had a tendency to, be kind of mean and spirited. But she inherited that from Wu Guotai, who even told her she should steal Liu Shan when she left. So I see what happens is they add her to the game and just make her the meanest character.
Oh, they won't.
I know
they'll make her to compliment Sun Shang-Jiang and be a supportive,
I know, but I feel like she should be the epitome of who Su Shang-Jiang was
in history,
because Wu Guotai basically passed that meanness on to her.
And with that, speaking of Shu, I think we should move on to Shu. This is the first time now that we can actually speculate about the main game and the Extreme Legends.
Yes.
So I would like to go first because this is personally my favorite kingdom. Okay, thank you.
You can go.
If I had to pick a character for 9, the base roster, hands down the only person I want is Liu Hua. To me, he makes the most sense in the game, telling the game in story chapters. He's the only guy that's literally there from the very beginning of the game and to the very end of the game. So to me, that gameplay-wise makes a lot of sense, because if you were toting this game is like you get to see different eras, why not have a man who's seen all the eras? That is my personal opinion, and I also love Liu Hua. I think he deserves, just like Cheng Pu, to be in the spotlight, and I think he deserves to show up in a main game because he's just that important to Shu.
I agree entirely with you about Liu Hua. However, However, I think because it's Tecmo Koei and we got Joe Kong as the first character, and you can see my analysis of that on my channel.
Yep, I'll leave a link to that in the description.
It's probably going to be Wang Ping. He's got all the things in his favor. Wang Ping is popular amongst the fans, at least the Japanese fans. He fills a role that Joe Kong is not going to fill, that Liu Hua could definitely fill. I mean, Liu Hua is popular in Musou Blast. I would love to have Liu Hua in there, I really do. But I feel like Wang Ping is probably going to be their choice because he's going to fill that latter half that Joe Kong, he fails on and things like that. If you said Liu Hua is going to be in Extreme Legends or in Empires, which I don't see him being in Empires as strategist motif, he's not really that. But if you said, he's going to be in Extreme Legends, I don't think it's the best fit for him, but I think it would be great that he's being added.
I agree, but I think that should be reversed. I think Liu Hua should come in the base game, and then Wang Ping should come in Extreme Legends, because then that way Wang Ping is more prevalent towards the end of Shu, and then you can focus on that time span, like you said with Joe in your Joe Kong video. That way you could focus in as the character. Because Extreme Legends, the characters are the spotlight.
Yeah, but I think, but with their choices so far, I mean, the only ones that have made super sense, and I've been like, yeah, this is a perfect choice, has been Wu. And, I don't know if you know much about the characters themselves, but all the characters have complemented each other in their time frame. Jun Yu, he dies about the time that Manchong is coming into prevalence. Cheng Pu is losing relevance in the story because he's about to die about the time Xu Sheng is going to start coming in. So I think the same thing's going to happen with Zhou Kong. Zhou Kong he's beginning game, he's great. Even in the mid game, he's going to be, good to be there. They're probably going to want to have that complement character who's going to pick up the torch where he leaves off, which will be Wang Ping.
I can understand that, and I do appreciate that viewpoint. To me, I wish it wasn't that case, because I would love Liu Hua to be in the game, because, like I said, to me, if you want to tote changing eras, he's like the one character that personifies that.
If it were me, if it was, Dragon Man, you go make this game, you tell me how you're going to do it, I wouldn't have Zhou Kong in there at the beginning.
I agree.
I would have started the game off with, here's Liu Hua, because Liu Hua, as you said, every point you're making is entirely correct. Liu Hua should have been the flagship character to start off with. I get why they did it. They wanted this character who's going to be in, All Stars and, so on and so forth. But
I feel like they should have done that with Liu Hua and then have Wang Ping, because then we could have both of them show up in the game. But I feel like you're right, and it might be Wang Ping. I don't know a lot about Wang Ping. I just love Liu Hua because of, he's like Cheng Pu to me.
Yeah,
he is the Cheng Pu of Shu.
He is the Cheng Pu of Shu. He is a character who's been in, I think, at least most of the games. He should be in there. He should be, he has such a significance in the game. There's no reason not to have him in there. Wang Ping is the he's the progenitor of Jiang Wei, basically. During the Hanzhong campaign, he's fighting against Shu. He has a problem with how, Zhu Huang is handling things, at least in the book. And he goes, you know what? I'm done. And he switches sides to Shu. And I think this is before Mount Dingjun, because it's when Wei is actually making progress into Hangzhong area. So he doesn't really do much in the capital for about 10 years. And then when they start doing the northern campaigns, that's when he starts becoming really prevalent and, everybody loves him. His later life, considered they had when Zhuge Liang dies, he has the Guardians. He names those people as like Jiang Wei. He names Wang Ping as one of them because I think it's Zhang Yi is the other.
Isn't the guy that sells out Shu also or the guy that's the corrupt person? Isn't he part of that as well?
It's not Hung Hao. It's one of the people. It's one of the people that actually messes up the government. He's like, some things happen.
I guess to bring it in, because we could also do stuff like this forever.
Because we could go on forever about these characters and things like that.
But to end it for me for Shu, besides Liu Hua, I would say Zhang Yi. I don't know which Zhang Yi we'd get, because he is two different people. If I was right.
I think they're going to do the same thing that they did with Blast. They're just going to combine him into one character, because his relevance. Each Zhang Yi's character is relevant at two different points, but it's at about the same time. After that, they kind of fall off. So literally, the one would become prevalent, then fall off, and then the other one would become prevalent, and then fall off. So they could go both at the same time.
And then I would say Masu, only because
I mean, yeah,
As much as I don't like him, he is iconic in Shu.
Everybody knows him.
Ma Ling, that's his brother, I believe, right? The silver eyebrow one?
Yes.
Yes.
Bushy brows.
Yan Yan, if we couldn't get Liu Hua. And yeah, I know he'd only be there as long as Fa Zhang, but the man was a bamf. He walked in to Liu Bei, surrendered, didn't give any, what's about Zheng Fei. He was just like, yeah, I'm done. Here you go. I surrender.
They don't know when he died, so I mean...
Yeah, but they would... No, but he usually starts falling off, I think, around... No, I think he does die right before
What I was going to say
Yiling.
is... because I was going to say maybe they could just have him until, whatchamacallit, at least...
he usually
Wu
disappears...
Shang Plains.
He disappears around the same time Fa Zhang disappears. Because they usually join around the same time and leave at the same time. As a female, the only female I would want would be Ma Yunlu, which is... Ma Chao's fictitious sister and Zhao Yun's fictitious wife. I would like that just because, again, compliment Zhao Yun. He's no longer just the virtuous spear or dragon or something. He has to deal with a woman, more character. Ma Chao deals with another family member besides Ma Dai.
Yeah.
That's what I just think when you add a female character is how can they help other characters advance as other characters, like how does it enhance the story for them and shows more of just one dimension. And on that note, this is a pipe dream.
I was going to say, I have two female characters, actually, that I think could work. You could have Liu Shan's first wife. She's going to be in there a short time, but again, that would help out Liu Shan and Xing Sai, because I believe that's Xing Sai's sister.
Yep.
The other character is Zhao Ji.
Yes, that's her mother.
She is the mascot of Musou Blast.
But what would she use as a weapon, though? Like, they would have to redesign her. I don't think she could get away with being that young looking if she's going to interact with her daughter.
I don't think she is, because if you look at the Kwa sisters, they're like 20 now.
Yeah, but they also...
As opposed to, like, the usual, like, chibi forms.
I guess, but my thought process is they don't deal with their children. That's my thing, is she would still be alive to deal with Jahaba and Xing Sai. So that's all I'm saying.
Make her a little bit older looking, but yeah, I mean that'd probably be the character, other than, like, as you said, Ma Yunlu, which probably be the best choice, to be honest, until they can figure out what they're doing with Zhao Ji.
Exactly. And then my last choice is just a personal favorite, because Zhao Yun's my favorite character, and that would be his son Zhao Tong, who takes up the mantle of being Zhao Yun after his father dies.
There you go.
And he would be mostly prevalent at the end of Shu, so you'd have even more Shu defenders there at the end game, which I think is a good idea.
I think other than that, the only other character I could think of would be maybe one of Zhuge Liang's sons.
Oh, which one? The one that dies or the grandson that dies?
The one that does the Zhuge Liang trap. Both of them.
Yeah, his weapon's Zhuge Liang cutout.
Yeah, there you go. He uses standee.
Alright, speaking of Zhuge Liang traps, assuming you didn't fall for any of those, that's how we're going to segue into Jin.
He didn't, and you know why he didn't? Because he asked Shin, how do you pronounce that last name?
Shang Yang?
Yeah, Shin Yang or whatever.
Sorry guys if we're butchering these. These are Chinese names, and unfortunately we are not fluent.
And we haven't heard them in English yet. Her, I think she would be a great addition.
A lot of people want her, and I agree. I think she'd be a good choice.
I mean, okay, historically and even in the book, she's not going to be relevant too long in the story, but a lot of the characters in Jin are not historically relevant.
Zhang Chun Xinha doesn't even make it to the rebellion, but she makes it all the way past, so...
Yeah, so,
I think we can fudge this.
Yeah, she's relevant at Wushang Plains. If you could... I think we were saying off camera, or not off camera, but off mic, you were saying that if they could go to Zhang Huai's rebellion, perfect moment.
Oh yeah, dude.
Okay? Perfect moment. Her, Wang Yuanji, and Zhang Chunhe all standing there with probably Sima Yan, just going, "We told your father that this was going to happen," all wagging their finger at him.
Speaking of that, I think Sima Yan would be a good choice if you want to go past the fall of Shu, because I still think Zhang Hua's rebellion is a great place to end, and that's where Sima Yan could, if you have to pick, that's like his de facto board. That might be the spark that he gets to feed his ambition to, overthrow the emperor. If not him, I would say, I think everyone else agrees, Chen Tai. I know you would love to see Chen Tai.
Dude, Chen Tai is so awesome. I mean, him, put with Guo Hai, it would be an amazing. I think it would be great, because they both serve in the same areas, and they are both super relevant. And you know what? The other part is Chen Tai is going to be a character that supports the Sima family until he murders Cao Mao, basically the second to last Cao emperor. And that's a good point because then you have a character that doesn't rebel and doesn't say, oh, I'm just, he's not Zhuge Dan, he's not going to leave because he hates Sima Zhao. He's not, like Wen Qi, if they added him to the game, who's just going to be like, well, I always hated the Simas. And you don't have a character that's basically like Jia Chong, who's just like, I'm all up on that jock. He is instead just going to be like, look, I agree with you up to this point. You should have executed Jia Chong for doing this murder. He committed a crime. He should be punished. And he might not show up in the last board, but he shows up all the way up to that board. So it makes a good choice. And he's a great character. He adds a lot to it. So
my last predictions for Jin would then be Dun Yu, because I know he's very relevant.
Do you, yeah.
His protege is Yang Hu, right? The one that actually was friends with Liu Kang or considered him his rival.
I think both of them are. Do You and whatchamacallit are both considered friends of Liu Kang. It's just, I think the one you're talking about, the younger one, the protege, he's the one who eventually conquers Wu, and he I think they had a rivalry.
Yeah, I think that's what they were playing up. Then I guess if we had Sima Yan, I'd say Jia Nanfang, just because why not? Make her the most evil looking person in the game. It would, because then you'd have Jia Nanfang, Wang Yuanji, and the other lady just wagging their fingers at Sima Yan. I don't know
if you guys have seen...
You'll probably see it up, because at this point I might have just been using the blast cards to show you.
The blast cards, Musou Blast, her card, she is just evil,
she might as well have like a mustache and twiddling it at how evil she looks.
Yeah, she's just she's evil Queen Amidala. That's what she is.
And then my last predictions for Jin are all pipe dreams, because I know they're not going to happen. I would like to see Wen Hu, because he would add to Wang Yang's story, and Wen Qi if he was added.
I think he'll be added later.
Yeah, and then this guy will probably never be added, but I just want it because I love the running joke we keep making. It takes a second generation Peng to kill a third generation Guan, and I'm talking about Peng Hua, the son of Peng De, who showed up at Chang'an and murdered the Guan family in retaliation to his dad's murder.
Exactly.
He's never going to show up, but I just love that joke.
I think he'd be great, and as we said...
Yeah, because then he could annihilate Guan Yinping and Guan Suo in the campaign.
And the joke we always read with was, you make his weapon the coffin that he drops in Dynasty Warriors 8.
Exactly. I love that. It takes a second generation Peng to kill a third generation Guan.
Yeah.
There's no more Guan left in it. And on that, we're going to segue to the last part, Others. I feel like Others is probably only going to get one character for base game and probably one character for Extreme Legends.
If they get one character for base game...
I say Yuan Shu.
Yeah, I was going to say Yuan Shu. He would make the most sense for the base game. He deals with Yuan Shao, he deals with Dong Zhuo, he deals with Wu.
He deals with Liu Bei, he deals with Lu Bu.
Yeah, he deals with everybody. Yeah. So why not? If not him,
Hua Xiang? He would only be there for 2 eras.
He would be there for 2 eras.
But he would be the Lu Bu before Lu Bu.
I was going to say, if you could avoid Hua Xiang and you could just say Gao Shun.
Yes, I would love Gao Shun, because that would add another character to Lu Bu, because Lu Bu is pretty prevalent for at least a decent chunk of early Dynasty Warriors.
I think the smart thing for them to do is to Extreme Legends. You take the characters and you do what you did with 8. You say, hey, here you expand upon Lu Bu's story.
I feel like if they do Extreme Legends, then they might get 2 for Others. Because if they give Yuan Shu, they might give him another character, or they might give Lu Bu another character.
Yeah.
And if they do that, I feel like Yuan Shu, his only notable general is Ji Ling, and this guy apparently was able to go toe-to-toe with Guan Yu.
There you go. You know what? Maybe they do Yuan Shu. No, you know what? Maybe they do somebody else.
Li Jue, the most evil-looking man who ever existed in China.
They do Li Jue because Li Jue serves under Dong Zhuo and he's Lu Bu's enemy.
I believe in the dark side, Lubu. What? To take the Emperor from me? I don't agree with that. Force lightning!
I swear to God, guys, if you ever check out the blast card, if I don't have it up now, he looks like a freaking Sith Lord in ancient China.
He looks like what's the call it?
Picture a stereotypical evil bad guy, and it's him.
And fuse him with what's the senator from
Emperor Palpatine?
Emperor Palpatine. Fuse him with Palpatine. All I can see is just him sitting there. Diao Chan is talking to Lu Bu and Dong Zhuo. All you see is Lu Bu kills Dong Zhuo. There's Li Juwei, and he's sitting there. Ultimate power!
Yes!
And then throws Lu Bu and Diao Chan out.
No, even better. He goes like,
Yes. Give in to your hate, Lubu. Feed into it. No. I will not die.
There you go. It would be perfect. You give him to that, and then Extreme Legends, whatchamacallit, they'll probably have the popularity poll. Gao Shun, I believe, is higher than Liu Kang and Wang Ping. So if they don't add those characters to the game...
are you serious, Gao Shun?
Yes.
The other...
Gao Shun.
The other evil
Gao
guy.
Shun is higher. So I think we're going to have the same upset we had in Extreme Legends 8, where a Lu Bu character is going to beat all the other characters.
We were already making Junyu, and then this happened.
We were already working on Junyu. We figured this was where the vote was going to go, and then we got
Chen Gong.
Chen Gong. And I think, if I remember correctly, he only won like by 5 votes. They were just like, what? So I see that, and yeah.
I think that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you again for sticking around. I'd like to thank my lovely host Dragon Man again for being here.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate being on here.
Hey man, anytime. Also, guys, if you like what you hear, please hit that like button or subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Or if you like my friend's lovely voice over here, you can check out his channel. I'll leave a link in the description below to probably the video and the channel if you want to check that out.
I've been told I have radio quality, which I think is something that Jay also has.
Well, thank you. I've also been told I have a face for radio. But yeah, guys, also click that bell button. It lets you know when my videos are going to go up. And share these videos around. It helps out the channel, and it helps out my friend over here, too, get more known.
Yeah.
And I guess, have a good night, guys. And remember, let's rock.
Ikitosen!
Really? Really?
Yeah.